when I was a groundskeeper and we didn't have a supervisor, so a lady was complaining about mold over by her toilet by the service valve, and I said service valve. I mean the shut off. I got there, and of course I see mold that's black. My brain's like, oh yeah, you got black mold there. We'll have to cut out the sheetrock. So I go and tell my property manager that, and she flat back ass. She's like, you never tell anybody that. Never say black mold. It's organic growth, mildew. And then I found out that just because a mold is black, it's not the black mold. Got my butt chewed out for that one, and had to explain to the resident, hey, I was wrong. It's not that bad. Blase, blase. It's just a very humid bathroom. It is what it is. I'm not infallible. I get in my feelings sometimes too. And somebody had said something to me that was so obscene that I was like, you know what? I'm good on working here. I appreciate this, but I'm going to go apply somewhere else. So I started applying somewhere else, and I'm on Indeed on my phone, and I see maintenance tech in the description. So I hit the quick apply on Indeed. Within 30 minutes, I get a call back from somebody saying, hey, I see you applied for the maintenance tech supervisor position. I about jumped out of my chair. I was like, yes, yes, that was me. That was me. And I wasn't going to go. I was not going to go because I sat there and I was like, I'm not qualified. I can't do this. I'm brand new. I've only been a tech for 3 months. Well, I was convinced to just let them decide if I'm qualified. So I went there, went to the interview. She starts asking me these questions, and I'm like, yeah, this is how you do that. That's how you do that. Oh yeah, I can do that. And by the time the interview was done, I realized like, wait a second, I can do most of this stuff. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. I like the ability to be able to just be here, there, everywhere. I've always had really good luck with using my hands, and at one point we had no supervisor, we had no maintenance. It was just me, just the groundskeeper. And so, I was talking to an assistant manager one day, and she's like, "We have this, this, and this, all these work orders." And I was like, "Well, I've got some tools in my car. I think I could figure out a toilet issue." And so I just started doing it. And they just kept telling me to go back and keep doing it. And I totally made some mistakes. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise. I had no idea what I was doing, but I did it and I kept doing it and I got better and better. And I recognize that I really enjoy the satisfaction I get of being able to come in. I've got an upset resident. They're angry, they're mad. I come in, I fix the problem, and by the time I fixed it. I've made friends with them this whole time, and we're friend lightly, but we make relationships along the way. I see on a lot of LinkedIn that you'll see job fairs for corporate entities. Say company A is having a corporate job fair at a local college. I feel like we could replicate that success with on-site staff. Not everybody's going to go to college, and you don't need to go to college to have a good career, but we need to embrace the blue collar jobs. And it's a societal thought process that you have to go to college to become successful. Does it help? Absolutely. Is it for everybody? No. No, it's not. We have to make our industry look just as good as going into plumbing or electrical. And that's the hard part. We ask guys to know how to be carpenters, electricians, plumbers, HVAC technicians, sheetrockers, painters, and managers. If we don't adapt to it, we will get left behind. The days of R22 condensers of just gas and go, beer can cold are behind us. I was never really part of that era, but the days of simple stuff is gone. We are continuously moving forward, and if we don't, we're going to be end up as technicians that are outdated who can only work at older properties for the time being. You see a lot of, I couldn't even tell you what SEER we're on now, but the higher the SEER rating keeps getting more and more stringent. We're going to continue to see more and more efficiency. The best way to have efficiency, unfortunately, is through computer technology. More technology, more complicated parts. Our washers and dryers nowadays, the main issue I see is control boards. And if you don't know how to diagnose that, you're getting to the point you're in the wrong industry. You're going to see control boards on your condensers in the next coming couple of years once you get a lot of that new refrigerant, that A2L. Washers, dryers, technology, As a supervisor, my goal when I get there for the day, the first thing I do is pull up the program that I use, Yardi. I am proficient in Yardi, and I'm proficient in Entrada, and I'm proficient in one site. To be a good supervisor, you need to know how to actually utilize that. You need to check your pending make readies. You need to know how to manipulate that stuff.